Today's video is a result of my channel's inbox being inundated with Bronze Bomber replays over the last few weeks. I make a best effort to publish each cheater that is blatantly cheating, but as a one-man operation, there's only so much I can do. So instead of doing detailed analysis on these ones, I'm going to highlight some of their gameplay that looked suspicious, and then cut to their player profile and show their ban status. The first three are already perma-banned by Krafton, so any debate or detailed analysis is not needed. No doubt back on alternative accounts right now, playing still. This is the cost for the game going free to play. The last one is still unbanned and has somehow gone undetected despite very obviously using cheat software. This was from a FPP solo match from the EU server. As with all examples in this video, it was submitted to the channel by a subscriber. While it may seem that exposing cheaters that have already been banned has little value, it actually has a lot of value. There's no risk of these being legit players, and serves as a good point of reference for comparing to other replays that look suspicious. Are there the similar patterns of behavior? Do they aim through terrain and walls at unseen enemies? Does the way they move around betray that they know exactly where an enemy is when they shouldn't? Watch as they approach this corner, and suddenly their cheating senses tingle, and they react perfectly to the enemy ahead. Wow, the total commitment to shooting the enemy that is behind a concrete wall like that is a massive red flag. Ban 1000% deserved. Too bad it took 395 matches ruined to figure it out. Sure, I can't prove for all those matches they were cheating, but it's entirely believable. Now for the next Bronze Bomber, this one is from a regular FPP squad match on the Russian server. The cheater is using an aimbot and wallhack combo at the absolute minimum. This Bronze Bomber managed to play over 900 matches in its lifetime. The cheater seems to also have some extreme ADHD. Maybe they think it's hard for some to watch. They are kind of right. It did put me off from editing this one as a full video. But a cheat is a cheat. They need to be exposed no matter how obnoxiously they are playing. If anything, playing like this only draws more attention for those reviewing the replays. When I see this type of thing, I think it's just a cheater that's bored out of their mind playing this game. There's two good cures for boredom on this game. First is to stop playing, second is to turn off your cheats. Either way, the ban was deserved 1000%. Yes, they'll be back on an alt account cheating right now, bored out of their minds still. You can't fix stupid. And here's our next bronze bomber, this time from a casual squads match on the C server. This one was banned in just 4 matches. If all these bronze bombers were banned this quickly, there'd be a lot less playing. Sure, it's easy enough to get a free Steam and/or Epic account, and to spoof your hardware ID to come back after a ban. But if you were only getting 4 or less matches each time, it would get tiresome very quickly. And it seems to me that many of these cheaters have a low attention span, so you'd have a lot of attrition. This guy's record stands out too. 4 matches played, 4 wins, 24 kills, and 0 deaths. Maybe this helped get them banned. However, in my opinion, this guy was likely banned due to their software being detected. Players did do in-game reporting, but this rarely ends up in a permanent ban by itself. Do you like seeing cheaters getting exposed like this? Then please give the video a like. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Normally, when you report a player in-game and later get a message back saying the account got permabanned, it means that the software got detected at some point after you reported them. And the message to thank you for your report and to advise you that they were permabanned is more of a courtesy message. In my opinion, the in-game reporting is pretty much a placebo for taking action on accounts with permabans. These in-game reports do help with temp bans, however, but I can almost guarantee that in-game reports almost never result in permabans by themselves. Krafton only permaban when cheat software is detected, and on rare cases, a manual review. Manual reviews account for just 0.05% of all bans, and the majority of these are going to be from either the support website or the Discord server. Considering this, it's simply not feasible that the in-game reports get manually reviewed in any significant volume. Maybe they add up onto some kind of scorecard where too many red flags can get them banned. But in my experience and observation, even if the in-game reports provide these red flags, Krafton still will not permaban the account unless cheat software is detected or they do a manual review. Keep this in mind when you see claims of false bans. Most of the time, the person claiming a false ban is just a salty cheater trying to get their account unbanned. Sure, there's genuine false bans, and getting one of these if you are legitimate is devastating. But public appeals for it will almost always get hostile reactions. You can thank cheaters for this. There's not much goodwill on the community for those with bans on their account. Genuine appeals should be done via support, and unfortunately, support will probably ignore you. With 99.5% of bans being automated due to detection, it's likely they found something linked to cheating was on your PC. It would normally need to be installed and running while PUBG is on. It may be cheat software for another game that's not even being used for PUBG. If this is true, then too bad, so sad. Play on a clean PC without cheat software next time. Here's one of these public appeals banned by playing on a PC in an internet cafe. They assert that there was no third-party program, but I highly doubt that the PC was clean. It's a huge risk to play with your main account in such places. If anybody installed cheat software on that PC in the past, you could be banned even if you aren't using it yourself. This is the only way, otherwise exceptions will get exploited by cheaters. And here's the last one. This one is unbanned still. When I recorded this, my recording software updated and changed the recording codec. Then the game patched, and I could not go back and re-record the replay. This bronze bomber needs to be exposed, though. They were playing a TPP solo casual match on the EU server. They are using both Aimbot and Wallhacks, which should be clear on the replay, despite how janky it is. This season's stats tell the story. Headshot kill rate is at 70% on solo matches. Some of these are casual matches, though. Duos has no casual mode, though, and they are at 58.8% for headshot kills there. Last of all, they have 64.4% headshot kills in squad games. There's 0 casual matches in this stat. They are only playing a low amount of matches through the season. Maybe this helps them to avoid bans. Over the last 14 days, they've played 15 matches with an average of just 4% bots. There's 0 casual matches in the last 14 days too. Their impossible headshot kill rates are the result of aimbot software being tuned to hit the head. There's no legitimate pro player that has stats like this. Such accuracy is only possible using software. This match was from just over a month ago, and I've been sitting on this until then. To the subscriber that sent this in, I'm sorry, I misrecorded the footage and just couldn't use it in a full analysis video. Hopefully this is enough to get the attention of Krafton on this cheater and get rid of the account from the game. Thanks for watching.